Non-creepy words to say to a woman to make her think of you all the time. Okay, guys, when you want to compliment a woman without coming off as creepy, there's one extremely important yet super counterintuitive thing you need to keep in mind. If this is the first time you're speaking to a woman that has caught your interest, say at a bar or a coffee shop, for example, do not, and I repeat, do not lead with a compliment. I know this is not what you were expecting to hear, but there is a very simple reason why this is so important. When you lead with a compliment, for example, a woman isn't going to be really receptive. Why? Well, because women are mental creatures and you haven't really built value yet. And it's something we've probably heard a lot. And when you lead with a compliment, it's the easiest way to come across as sometimes creepy without meaning to. Hello, gentlemen. My name is Apollonia Ponti, and welcome to this video. And for those of you who don't know who I am a love, relationship, and attraction coach for men, and I specialize in helping men become their best selves, attract high-quality women, and really get results. And I want to talk about this in today's video. So if this is your first time joining, I welcome you to hit that subscribe button, as you will get notifications every time I drop a video every week. And also too, comment below, as I love to interact and hear from you. So today's video, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into how to compliment a woman in a non-creepy way that's going to make her think about you and also give you examples. So first and foremost, if you want to approach a woman, the last thing you want to do is say something about maybe her looks or her body, for that means. Women get approached all the time in real life and even on social media platforms. The moment you do this, she will see you coming and will subconsciously or consciously, for some women, put up maybe a wall or put up some type of defense. She'll find herself thinking, okay, here we go again, and just write you off, basically. And this is especially true for women who are particularly attractive. You need to keep in mind that good looking people get complimented on their looks literally probably all the time. So these majority of the time, I'm not going to say all the time, I don't want to emphasize on that, because more than ever these days too, people are less approaching women. So I think it's like a 50-50 chance here. So these types of compliments don't really phase them a lot. They don't have an effect, really. Yeah, it's great to be called beautiful, but if you want to approach a woman, I think it's a different way to go about it, because if anything, they just feel easy and it just feels boring and they'll lose kind of interest in their eyes. Instead, I want you to come up with something more genuine to say to her that can actually get you a conversation going. That's the key point, is to get the conversation going. It can be as simple as asking her if the drink she ordered is any good because it looks a lot better than yours. This can be opening the door to actually talking to her so that you can lead up to a compliment later. But I'll get to that in a moment. You also need to know how important it is to avoid over complimenting a woman when it's too early on, because I see many men doing this because that's what they're comfortable with. When you're like, wow, your eyes are so beautiful. Oh, you look stunning. Wow, you're so interesting. Oh, I can tell my buddies are jealous that I'm the one that's talking to you. You're really just overly complimenting her, and this is going to come off of a lack of attraction because you're showering her with compliments that actually make you seem kind of lower value, or that you don't know really what you're doing. So maybe you're trying to validate her because you're trying to give her a chance to show that you're a great guy. But there's other ways to get her attention and show that you're a great guy. And it's not a cute look to continue to compliment women, because it just shows that you don't know what you're doing. So instead, work on creating a mental connection before you launch into just compliments. I'm not saying not to compliment a woman, gentlemen. We all love our compliments, don't worry. But what I'm saying is don't overdo it and don't just lead with it. Because let me tell you another little secret about this. When a man approaches a woman, she is very often expecting him to compliment her on something. So when you hold off on doing it for a little bit, you can actually pique her curiosity. She'll start to wonder if you're actually interested in her or not, which can actually lead to her paying more attention to you, or probably getting into a conversation because she's like, okay, this guy's actually bringing something to the table and I'm enjoying this conversation, instead of just leading with a compliment. So if you've taken my course on flirtation, then you'll know how important the sense of mystery is when it comes to attracting a woman. And I talk about that in my How to Flirt program, which I'll also link below in the comments. So let's really get into it, guys. How can you give her a compliment that actually catches her attention and makes her start thinking about you even when you're not together? Well, First off, let's talk about understanding direct and indirect intent. You see, when it comes to expressing interest, there are two main approaches, gentlemen: direct and indirect. Direct intent is like shooting your shot straight from the hip. Okay, guys? It's verbal, it's to the point, and it leaves little room for misinterpretations. For example, telling her she has a captivating smile or that her outfit looks amazing. It's like hitting the compliment bullseye right on target, right? But indirect compliments can pique her interest way more. So it's all about subtle things, my friends. Think about playfully banter and eye contact. For example, playful banter is like a dance between two people, a back and forth exchange of lighthearted teasing and maybe just a little bit of witty remarks. It shows her that you're not just another guy that's trying to impress her with rehearsed pickup lines. You're someone who can just keep things fun and spontaneous. For example, if she mentions being a fan of a certain band, you could playfully tease her about her questionable taste in music, right? Or if she cracks a joke, you could respond with a clever comeback of your own, possibly. The key is to keep it light and playful without veering into anything too personal or too sensitive, okay? I remember when I was at the grocery store and a gentleman was right behind me, and I was at the cash register, and he was putting his groceries on the register, on the cart, whatever you call it, the thing that pushes the groceries and the checkout. And I just remember looking at him and just kind of looked at him, just gave him a smile and just nodded. And he was like, I don't know why I got this. And it was like, I think it was turkey burgers or something. I don't know why I got these turkey burgers. I actually hate eating these turkey burgers, but it's something my trainer told me I got to do. And I started laughing and I was like, well, they'll get better if you saute them with onions. It's really good. I love turkey burgers. They're really healthy. He's like, I've tried everything. I'm going to force myself to eat it because they're great with protein. And I just remember him just going into it. He picked up on that level and of where we were, the environment. He called himself out. He had playfulness and he had banter, and it opened up the conversation. Okay. Next up is maintaining eye contact. Now, this might seem like a no-brainer, of course, but trust me, it's a game changer. Eye contact is like a silent language of attraction. It conveys interest, confidence, and connection without a single word being spoken. So the gentleman that I was giving you an example of, he made eye contact with me. That's why I looked at him and I smiled and I looked away. When you maintain a strong eye contact with her during conversation, it shows her that you're fully present. I say this because many men actually don't engage in that moment with eye contact. A lot of them will stare away and like actually face somewhere else. I think eye contact is important because it goes beyond words. Another great way to get her interest on a subconscious level is finding clever ways to include her in your stories. This is where you get to showcase your storytelling skills while subtly drilling her into your world. Instead of just talking about yourself, try weaving her into the narrative. For example, if you're recounting a funny maybe thing from your weekend that happened, you could playfully exaggerate her role in the story or ask her opinion on certain details. By including her in your stories, you're inviting her to become an active participant in basically the conversations that you're having and the conversations in your life. You're assuring her that you value her perspective and enjoy sharing experiences with her. And trust me, that's a great way to pique her interest and curiosity and leave her wanting a little bit more from you. But here's the kicker. Whether you're going direct or indirect, it's crucial not to come off as overbearing. Show her interest, sure, but keep it cool. Confidence is key, but arrogance, not so much. And speaking of confidence, don't be ashamed of letting her kind of know your interests. It's all about finding that sweet spot, gentlemen, between showing her interest, between creating some mystery, and respecting her boundaries as well. You want to make her feel comfortable, at ease, and really you being at ease and comfortable will make her feel that way as well. You're not a pushy salesperson at all. Now, when it comes to making her feel comfortable on a date, remember the 4 magic words: liked, happy, important, and comfortable. These are the pillars of successful interactions. Make her feel appreciated, bring a smile to her face, show her genuine interest in what she has to say, and above all, make her feel valued and respected, and hopefully she does the same for you, vice versa. And now let's not forget the power of genuine compliments. None of that generic cookie cutter nonsense. Take the time to notice something unique about her. Maybe her laugh, her wit, her passion for avocado toast, and let her know what you admire about her. It's like sprinkling a little bit of sunshine into her day, and it shows her that you're paying attention to her as a person on the date. You aren't just regurgitating some like lines and that you've memorized. To get you started, here are some ideas that I want you to try. After you've been talking to her for a bit, say 5, 15, 20 minutes or so, tell her, this might sound kind of funny, but you have a really great energy. It feels really nice to be around you. Or compliment her on something she kind of cares about. I mean, here's the deal. Attractive women know they're attractive, but when they're trying to learn something new or working towards a goal that is important to them, a compliment on that topic goes a longer way than their looks. For example, if she's learning guitar and posted a video of herself playing a song, compliment her on it. Or if she's been doing something like playing soccer or dancing or learning a language for a long time, you can say it takes a lot of dedication to stick to something for a really long time, and that's really cool of you. That's pretty attractive. Or if you just met and just learned that she loves to travel, compliment her on the fact that she's adventurous and has a great appetite for life. The key is to compliment her behavior instead of her looks. Trust me, gentlemen, thoughtful and meaningful compliments will get you much further than generic ones. Now, I'm not saying you can't tell her that she looks beautiful when she looks beautiful, but I highly recommend for you not to lead with this and not making the sole focus of compliments just about her looks. Last but not least, don't try to force anything or insist on anything she's not comfortable with, right? Respect her boundaries, respect yours, listen to your cues, listen to her cues, and go with the flow. The more you go with the flow, the more that you're having fun, the less you're going to come off creepy. Remember, it's not just about making an impression, it's about making a connection. Once you make a connection, you're able to show intent and actually show her that you're the man that's really interested in her. So when you make a connection is when you can start showing intent. Intent is purposeful. Intent means that I'm different from a brother, cousin, or guy that you're out with. I'm a guy of interest for you. So for example, a man can say, I loved talking to you and you seem like a really great person, right? Great. Anybody can say that. But if you want to show intent in that specific moment, you can say, I've dated a couple girls and you're one that really sticks out, and I'm really looking forward to kind of knowing you a little bit better, because there's a couple things that I find really attractive about you. That is a man showing intent, gentlemen. There is a way that you separated yourself from a man that can be a brother, cousin, whatever, because the first example I gave you is something any man can say. The second example I gave you is a man that gives her intent and shows her that he's interested in her. So there you have it, guys. The secret to complimenting a woman in a way that leaves her thinking about you long afterward is about balance. It's about confidence. It's about genuine appreciation. And it's about you being energetically in flow and really having charisma that you like and charming yourself and feeling happy about yourself, because that will lead into a deeper, meaningful connection with her. If you want to take it a step further and have examples of things to say and then ways to flirt and how to build the exciting connection, emotional connection, I encourage you to check out my masterclass on how to flirt with women. I'll put it in the description box below. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, and comment below as well. As always, I'll see you in the next video. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.